Hi everyone. It has been just a little over a month since I started this 10 use project, and I thought it was time for an update. As you can see, I have rolled out a few items and I'm really close to hitting my goals on a couple others. So I'm going to start at the bottom here where I think is the most progress, I guess. So my first item that I will be rolling out is the Sol de Janeiro 76. I counted the usage on this item as each day that I used it because I'm not just going to count one spray when the goal is to use up as much as I can. And so I did use this one 10 different days, and I don't know if you can see, but it's almost below the S. It might be below the S, which when I started it was not. So I've made some good progress on that one, and I'm going to roll it out. So sorry. I'm not feeling well, but I wanted to get this filmed. So in its place, I'm going to roll in one of my favorite perfumes of all time. It is Snooki by Nicole Polizzi. You remember from Jersey Shore, right? Like, how could anybody forget Snooki? But this perfume is seriously amazing. I love it so much, and it's discontinued. I can't get it anymore. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites. This is just a tester size bottle, and I have a full-size bottle, and I want to use this before it completely turns because this perfume has to be at least 10 years old. Like, it is super old, and I don't want it to go bad. So I'm going to roll this one in place of 76. 62, Sol de Janeiro 62. I only used one day, so you're not going to see much of a change, but it smells good. It's probably my favorite out of all of them that I've smelled from this brand. And then 71, you'll see I don't have the bottle anymore. I did use it 2 different days, and then I decluttered it to one of my students. It smells like buttered popcorn and like caramel popcorn, which, I mean, smells delicious, but I don't necessarily want to smell like that all the time. So I just gave it away. It is what it is. She took it happily, so I am substituting in instead this Into the Night. I have not used this, but the reason I bought it, it's Bath and Body Works, but the reason I bought it was they discontinued Secret Wonderland, which was my favorite, and somebody online said it was like a dupe for it, so I look forward to using that. And then Aqua Kiss I did not use. It's one of the things that I did not use this past month, but I did use Velvet Petals one day. You're not going to be able to tell much of a difference, but I really like that. It's super pretty, but it doesn't last, which is one of the reasons that I'm not a big fan of body sprays. A lot of them don't last. So you wind up spraying it, and then by, a couple hours later, you can't smell it anymore. And then lastly, I have Lattafe Eclair. And this is a different bottle, you may notice, because I dropped that bottle and the top came off, like the sprayer. So I had to get a different bottle off Amazon, and then I tried to decant it. It was a fiasco. So I wound up spraying it into a funnel into this bottle. I don't know if that's going to change the scent or the notes or whatever, but I saved as much as I could. And I had used it 5 times before, and then this time after I sprayed it in that bottle, I used it one more time. So I'm almost done to roll that one out. And my next category was lips, and I used again, I counted this as like daily use as opposed to number of uses. but I used my 1993 once, and like one day. I love that shade so much. I used my Juicy Tubes, this Framboise Pop, I used one day, and this is a really pretty color. Hallucination, I used it 10 different days. Again, I didn't count how many times a day, I just counted the number of days that I used it. So I used this 10 days. I'm going to roll it out of this project. It's really pretty and it's really comfortable to wear. Highly recommend. In its place, I'm going to roll in this What the Fake Essence Lip Plumper that has a little bit of shine and glitter in there. I don't think I've ever used it, maybe once ever. And so, again, the whole goal is to get use out of my products. So, I'm looking forward to it. Lipstick Queen Saint Coral Red, I used one day. That's the color. And Frog Prince, I used once as well. Whoops. And this is one of those color changing to your pH or whatever. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to like it. It suits me. I used the Almay Goddess Gloss in the color Fairy once. It's really pretty. I used the Wet n Wild Monday Feels. I had to take off the outer packaging because it was like rolling and I hated it, but this one had a lot of use to begin with, so this is not all from this project, but I have used it quite a bit. As I said, I count days, not number of times I use it in a day. So this one I have used a lot. And the lip pencil I've used 2 different days as well. And this is very soft, and I had to resharpen it after each day that I used it. So very easy to use, very comfortable, my perfect nude. So I look forward to continuing to use those. The eyeshadow palettes, I am not ready to roll anything out quite yet, but I did use every shade in this palette at least once. You'll see Strange, I used, that's that like nude skin tone, whatever. I used that one 6 days, and everything else I used at least once. So I'm pretty happy that this is in the project because I don't think I would have used every shade this month if it wasn't. Nooner, I used 3 times. Limit, I used 4 times. And Mugshot, Factory, and Dark Side, I used, and Liar, I used 2 times. So like all of these kind of mid-tone. But I love this palette. I've loved it for years and years, happily using that. But my goal next time is to be able to roll out Strange. I only have to use it in a couple more looks, so 4 more looks and it'll be ready to roll out. My Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, I did not get to use every color, but I did use Rollin' & Dough 7 times, looks like, and So Bougie 6 times. So both of those, I'm sure, over the course of the next month, I'll be able to roll out. But you can't, I didn't even hit pan yet, but maybe at some point I will. This is deceivingly deep pans, I guess, because that one has a huge dip and I still haven't hit pan. But of these colors, I used Chocolate Gold 3 times. I used Moneybags once. I used Chocolate Gold 3 Rich Girl I didn't use. Cocoa Truffle I used 3 times. This Decadent I used once. Love and Cocoa I used twice. Old Money I used twice. New Money I didn't use yet. Famous I didn't use. Classy and Sassy I used once. So Bougie I used 6 times. Holla for $1 I used twice. Gold Dipped I didn't use. Live and Lavish I didn't use. Drip and Diamonds I didn't use. And then this one I used 7 times. So for sure I'll be able to roll out a couple of shades at least next month. And my What's Up Beauty Dragon's Eye. I didn't use every shade, but I got some use on the palette, so that's good. Fly I didn't use. Breath I used once. Fire I used once. Spikes I used once. Magic and Powerful I didn't use. And then Creature I used twice. Fierce I didn't use. Scales I used once. Myth I used once. Smoke I used once. And Monster I did not use. So like I said, my goals for next time, for each of these palettes, I would like to use every shade at least 2 more times. I would like to use every shade at least 2 times. I would like to roll out Strange and Rollin' in Dough. I would like to use every shade at least 2 more times. So that is my progress on this project, and I'm really liking the push to use what I have instead of being tempted by what I don't. So if you would like to do something like this, please let me know, and I will catch you in the next one.